All right, so hopefully here in a minute we'll be walking. Hopefully, we'll see. But like, also, you ever watch Criminal Minds?
I saw, not really just watching, I saw.
You seen episodes?
Yeah.
You know the Brainiac dude, the real smart dude. His name's.
I ain't too familiar with the character.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying his name is Spencer Reed, and the thing is, he has what they call an eidetic memory,
Yeah.
which is better than photographic memory because in eidetic memory, everything that you read, hear, or see is locked in from life. Nothing changes. So, like, I could give pedicures, and the reason I can tell you that is because I've had pedicures done to me, and I've sat there and watched what they did. So I know how to do it. So I'm basically just a piece of paper away from that. Also, because I was on disability, I every one of my student loans is gone. On top of that, I can go back to school for free. Now, you're talking to me, someone who has all kinds of construction experience. I've worked at a Jiffy Lube, so I know how to change the oil on a car, check the air filter, change the oil pan, all that stuff. I've worked in, I've hung drywall before. I've done sheetrock, all that. I've used a jackhammer before. I've run a Bobcat before. All these things are locked in. And it's like, the only thing that's ever stopped me in college has been math, algebra. I just don't have a head for numbers. But they have this thing out now called Khan Academy, Khan Academy, on YouTube, little YouTube videos. And if you sit and watch and pay attention to it, you can learn algebra. And all I got to do is pass one algebra course. And in that respect, I'm basically a piece of paper away from being a PhD. And the reason I say that is because I was at one time a certified pharmacy technician, one step away from being a pharmacist. I've studied psychology. I've been to, well, if this qualifies, I've been to treatment centers like a billion times, so it's like I've got experience there. And then on top of that, it's like, anyway. Did any of them say they'd be willing to do it?
Yeah, we can walk around from door to door.
Okay, that's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Let's do it. Because I wanted some soda and I want some coffee. And I don't have any soda right now. But anyway. Yeah, you'd make a perfect Worf. I'll have to show you a picture of Worf. You just have to talk real deep and be like, but sir. Oh, I need that. That little container right there. That I've got that hanger on my wall and it doesn't have one. Yeah. What's up, girl, Latonia?
Trying to get my station together.
Ooh, whose lotion is this? Whose lotion is that?
That's one of the nurses.
Oh, I ain't gonna use it unless she says it's okay. I ain't touching nothing. I didn't touch nothing. Did I? I didn't touch a dang thing. Just found out that the dude who broke my elbow, this right here, the distal humerus fracture about a year and a half ago, just found out he died. And he was one of the fools that had tied me up this last time while I was getting beat up.
Cut your hair.
Huh? Who cut my hair? I did. Why, does it like look good? Do we have any coffee out available?
No, we don't have none right now.
No soda, no nothing?
I'll check on that for you.
All right, I appreciate that. That'd be nice. Oh, do you happen to know if there's any Boosts or Ensure drinks?
I don't know yet. I haven't even
All right, that's cool. Take your time. Take your time.
Trying to
Take your time.
and disinfect stuff. You already.
I feel you. It's furious.
They say we have to be vaccinated now by the 31st of this month. I mean 31st of October.
Who's got to be vaccinated? For what?
The workers.
For COVID? I've been vaccinated. And then on top of all that, with all these injuries and stuff,
They just made an announcement on the news today about it. Memphis and LeBron. I mean Methodist and. But you know what?
I'll give you a look around at the place. Hey, how's it going?
Yes, sir.
You need to take care of 509.
Yes.
Try to check on the drain output.
Yes, they round in. Her name is Rob.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm just standing over here. Is that cool? This is where we get some of our stuff. Could use a hand towel. Yeah, you would make a perfect Worf. Now, Worf, he talked like this. He'd be like, but Commander, you know? But he was like, built like a brick shit house. And he had this little, like, ridge of makeup on his head and stuff like that. But his race, the Klingons, they were all about honor and loyalty and, you know, stuff like that. And it was like, you know. So the reason I wanted to redo this is because I know all of these old books.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there. Stories that are great stories. And the one that I want to tell, in it, Worf is talking to this guy, Commander Stone. And he tells Commander Stone that he knows that at one point when he was on this space station that got attacked, he was thrown through this thing called Lexan
He wants to go.
and received
I
all
know,
these
I'm
horrible
sure he
injuries.
does. He's so sweet.
Hey, bro,
I moved yourself.
Miranda, wouldn't he make a perfect Worf
I don't.
from Star Trek Next Generation?
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
You know, he'd make a perfect Worf.
All right. I didn't really watch Star Trek, but.
You didn't? Oh my God, it's so awesome.
Just checking on the timing for.
Who's my nurse tonight?
Give us a.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Take your time. But yeah, he was saying, you're injured. He said, yeah, because it happened to me. And I'm thinking, here I have all these injuries. I could film them and show them real time. And people would be like, oh man, that makeup is awesome. They wouldn't realize it wasn't real makeup. It was real freaking injuries, you know? But then the rest of it is like an excellent story, you know? So, hey, Juhi. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing well. How are you? Good. Ooh, do you... Hey, I need one of those containers in my room on the wall. Because there's a space for it, but I don't have any.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you know if I have any other hydroxyzines or
I
anything?
don't know. And I've
Okay,
got.
you
some
go,
for
go.
and then I will
You,
come and bring you
you
one.
do, you do what you do,
All right.
okay? I'm not. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Who are you? And this is my room, D515. There's a commander's chair. There's my bed. There's another commander's chair. There's the TV. There's my, we're gonna have hand towels and Himalayan salt soaps. That'll be nice. And then we got the... This is where the magic happens. But, yeah. And this is part of what I'm going to be sending the dude that did this to me as a way of saying, hey, brother, you might want to move the fuck on because every one of these is an injury on me, and it's your fault. So if you don't do what I ask you to do, which is basically move the fuck on, then I will have you buried under the jail, and there's not a gosh damn thing you can do about it. How about that? Oh, here's my Mrs. Flower. I want to pick some flowers. I want to pick some flowers. Here's my comb. I need my comb. What time is it? Damn, it's 8 o'clock. Ain't nobody showing up right now. Oh well. But anyway. Let's see if we got that right here.
Okay. Wait.
You have high blood pressure. Okay.
But like
Anything else?
also, did you know that the book of Proverbs in the Bible has 31 chapters?
No, I didn't know it.
Did you know that means you could read a chapter a day?
Okay. I need some help.
Yeah. And then on top of that, Ecclesiastes follows it. Those two books to me are the absolute wisdom of the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Because, like Ecclesiastes 3 is the one where it says, to everything, turn, turn, turn. There's a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for everything, a purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die. A time for war, a time for peace. Because Solomon wrote those books, King Solomon. He was the son of King David. And King David was the king of Israel. And then it's like, Solomon, all he ever did was pray for wisdom. That's all he wanted was wisdom. He said, you give me everything else, I don't want it. I just want the wisdom. And because of the wisdom, he wound up with the vineyards and the wives and the concubines and the maids, men servants and the maid servants and the vineyards and the cattle and all that stuff. He was the most wealthy and most revered out of all of the Orientals, as it says in the Bible. But even he sat there and said it was all vanity and a striving after the wind.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, that's wisdom to me, you know. And Proverbs, every single day, is just one little chapter of nothing but wisdom. Like, he said something today. It was just very interesting. Let's see. Said, let's see. Here. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. You know, little stuff like that. And to be reminded of that on a daily basis, you know. And then you pray after that. Your whole day is made, man, you know. I don't know. That's how I get out, anyway. It's not everybody's like that, but however you get your spiritual fix, you gotta have it. Everybody's gotta have it, whether you admit it or not. You gotta have it. But yeah, every single one of these guys were watching me getting beat by this dude, and all they would say to me was, "Bitch, punk ass, stuff like that. You won't hit him back." I knew hitting him back was a sure way to get really fucked up. So I took the abuse, and guess what? Now I'm 6'1", I weigh 161 pounds. I'm in better shape than I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm 46 years old, dude. It's for real. Hey, is there any way you could check and see if they've got one of those Boost or Ensure drinks back there?
Sure. I'll check with you.
Or any kind of drink for that matter. Right, huh? I'm sorry, go ahead. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm gonna. Stay right here at the desk. I'm
Oh, yeah.
go around the other way.
Go ahead.
Stay
My bad. My bad. Gotta fix some of that things.
They move. Them things travel. Them things travel. That's why I said.
Jenna, this is a perfect place to create and get everything that I want out into my little world. And I mean, yeah, it's a little late for anybody to come visit tonight, but I'll still be live. So we'll find out. Anyway, I'm gonna hang up for a minute, so I'll be back.